In 2026, I attempted to be the first person to climb Everest, starting and ending at the Indian Ocean. Walking every meter to the top of the world and back. Over 2,000 kilometers through India and Nepal unsupported. Just me and my backpack.
Oh my god.
I'm Chris. You catch me on day 35 of my 4-month expedition. For 35 days, I had walked from the ocean across rural India and Nepal to the Himalayas. All that time, I walked on paved roads. All that time, I walked alone. At the end of the road, I met my wife. For the next 3 days, we would hike to Lukla, the start of the Everest expedition.
Did you miss being on camera?
No.
So, Viv came straight into a mission. We have today, the first day, 30 kilometers in distance and 1,600 meters of ascent. And descent.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, this is broken down into 3 days to get into Lukla from Paplu. But we're
Can we
gonna.
pause this a second? I think we should break into 3 days.
So why did you ask me to pause the camera?
I quite literally haven't slept for 2 nights and my knee really hurts. So I'm a little bit worried about descending so much, Chris.
She asked me off camera if we can break it down into 3 days. You're not the Viv that I remember.
I am tired. Oh my god, he did like...
I was planning to climb Everest this weekend and now she just wants to break 3.
I'm weak compared to him, I'm weak.
Morning. I'm kidding, you know that.
We discussed our plan a bit more again, and we'll go to this town today called Nunthala and see how Viv feels. And if she feels good, we're gonna continue to the next town. If not, we're gonna break down the Paplu-Lukla trek into 3 days. Yeah?
Yeah, thanks.
There's no rush. We have some time off in Lukla before the expedition begins. From this town, the trails begin. Woo! Finally! After a month of walking on concrete, the dirt underfoot felt amazing. It was a lot colder here, a 13-degree difference from the last 4 days. So every chance we had, we stopped at a tea house for coffee. We took a decision this morning to do the 2-day trek into 3 days. And so far every single day I've been kind of focused on time. Get somewhere at a certain time, get to the accommodation, get food on time, don't rest too much. It feels like the best decision ever because aside from these steep inclines, we actually started catching up and talking, and I feel like my adrenaline went down. Feeling very grateful about that. You wanna see how much Viv loves me? She brought me these crisps, which in Spain aren't too expensive, but in the UK, ay ay ay! That is hail, by the way, falling down and bouncing off. Ooh. 3,089. We reached our summit for the day.
Everest Viewpoint Hotel.
Where is it? Where's the view?
Where's Everest?
Oh my god, there it is.
What? Yeah, good.
I can see it.
No, you can't. I've always wanted to do this.
Now we have a very steep descent with our good old friend Thunder and Lightning. Keep walking, Viv. It is massive.
Didn't have the best experience with falls on Salcantay track, so.
You are completely spoiled for views over here. You know one thing I'm going to tell you about this trek. I came from sea level in such hot weather for so many days.
Yeah.
And I find this very cold.
It is cold.
It is cold, right?
I came from England and it's really damn cold here.
And we're only gonna go higher, and we're only gonna go to even colder guest houses because there is no heating, and better adapt quickly.
I'm sore.
You're what?
I'm sore. Day 2 of getting to the start of the Everest trek, and we have a short day. I think it's only 16 kilometers, but 850 meters in ascent.
Woo!
Imagine having that and looking out the mountains every day.
I've been finding it funny recently that a lot of friends and family have been asking me, how are you feeling? And my reply was fine. And they kept saying, no, but how are you really feeling? Like, are you broken? Tell me how broken you are. The reality is surprisingly fine. The one thing I've been struggling with for the last 4 days since I had my day off was that I thought that I got a little bit ill. So one thing that every climber on these 8,000 meter peaks knows is that you have a deep fear of getting ill, because that's gonna put an end to your expedition that you saved up so much money for and invested so much in. So for the last days when I did feel a bit ill, the one thing that I was thinking was, good that it's happening here, you know, get it out of the way.
Oh my god, that's massive! I didn't see that before.
That's what she said.
The challenge with this hike was the constant ascent and descent.
Oh my goodness!
You were never just going up. You'd climb, drop, then climb again, over and over.
Nom 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 nom.
600 meters of ascent later, it looks like we're arriving at another ridge, another beautiful temple, before dropping down and climbing again. Look at where we arrived. Wow.
Hi.
Give you chocolate? Do you have a bar? I don't have chocolate. I do have chocolate. Pull it out of the...
The boys just got a Snickers bar from Chris. Look at their happiness. Bye!
What an absolute steep end of the day. Almost 300 vertical meters. I can't even talk anymore. That might well be our little town.
Mate, I'm happy we didn't do this in one day. This would have been a big day.
But do you think we could have?
My husband is always overambitious.
I just think, you know, on the way back I am totally doing this in 2 days, by the way.
Post Everest, yeah, with that fatigue. Good luck to you.
Hold me to this. You know your boy's a junkyard dog.
This is a lovely guest house, and we are currently waiting for dinner. Viv, tell me, how do you feel about me climbing Everest? Never asked you this before.
Nervous is definitely like top thing that comes to mind. Like, I am nervous. I have been working a lot on trying to deal with my own anxiety because I'm just a very anxious person.
What makes you nervous?
You know what? Not so much you doing something silly, because I know you're very responsible and I know you're fit and I know you're healthy and I know you've got the experience to do this. It's more just the like uncontrollable things. Avalanches, earthquakes, the icefall.
Kumbu icefall.
Kumbu icefall area. I mean, it's just, there's lots of risks. It's scary. And then, I mean, death zone, all that jazz. Yeah, it's scary.
What you wanna ask?
How do you feel about Everest?
How do I feel? I feel excited. I feel excited about Everest.
Full range of emotions, give them all. Excited's the first thing that comes to mind.
Excited is the first thing that comes to mind because it's a mixture in between fear and it's a mixture of being excited. And if I wouldn't be afraid of it, I think I would go into this thing very naively. I'm not stubborn about this mountain, right? Even if I walk so far 1,100 kilometers to get here.
1,200 by now.
I'm not going there to do it at all costs. I want to push myself, but be safe and just try to give myself the best chance at getting it done without just going in there blindly. How are you feeling about climbing Lobuche East since it's still over 6,000 meters, big mountain?
So excited.
Yeah, excited, fear excited, or just excited?
No, just excited. It looks awesome. I don't think I ever thought I would be that close to Everest in my life. It just looks and sounds just amazing. So I'm so excited. I'm sure it'll be hard, but it'll be fun. I actually haven't asked you this. With your whole challenge, what are you most worried about?
Past the death zone.
That
Anything over 8,000 meters with the oxygen tank going all the way to the summit.
that makes you nervous.
Yeah.
Why?
Because even though the max altitude I've been to was almost 7,000 meters, you don't acclimatize. So I'm gonna be acclimatized to 7,000, maybe 400 meters without an oxygen tube. And when you go past 8,000 meters to the summit, you're not acclimatized unless you have that oxygen tank on you. So if something happens to that oxygen tank, then you're at a little bit of a risk, because you go from with the oxygen tank on you, even close to the summit, you're at like 6,500 meters, and you suddenly get thrust into like 8,800, say, if you're at the summit. So that's quite sketchy, and they are prone to not working sometimes because of the cold or condensation or stuff like that. You asked the question.
They didn't want to know.
Tomorrow it is meant to rain the whole day. A little bit less in the morning, so we're gonna try to leave a little bit earlier. But tomorrow is also the day that we get into Lukla.
Yeah.
Happy?
You know what Lukla means.
3 days off and some food, you're gonna say. She's gonna say something about food.
Cappuccino.
Yeah, I agree with that. That evening, our hosts, Geljan and his wife, invited us to join them for dinner by the fire in their kitchen.
This
for good luck. This is for good luck for your Everest summit. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Thank you so much. And good luck. Thank you so much. Successful your Everest.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste.
So the owners invited us into their kitchen to have dinner with them. And it was just so lovely. We were just chatting for hours.
So they are Sherpa people, and he was a guide in the 90s and early 2000s on Everest. He has the craziest stories because back then the Sherpas weren't treated so nicely. And he said of a night where he went up to Camp 4, almost 8,000 meters, and they weren't allowed to use oxygen. He told us he couldn't sleep in the night, and he panicked at some point. He didn't have a regulator and a mask, but there was an oxygen cylinder in the tent, and he zipped up the walls of the tent and turned on the oxygen because he couldn't breathe. Can you just imagine that horror scenario at that altitude?
Yeah, also a bit of a shame because so this was a guest lodge that could fit 50 people. We were the only 2 people there.
Yeah.
The village was also empty and full of lodges. And I asked him, I was like, is it more quiet now because of the war? And he was like, no, it's been quiet for many years now because they've built the road from Papua to Lukla.
So essentially, people now, similar to Machu Picchu, a lot of them choose to take the Jeep road to go as close as possible to EBC, not to hike it. I think this is the part of the authentic experience.
Yeah, and I mean, you really do get the authentic experience. Like, you actually get to meet the locals, and yeah, honestly, can't recommend it enough. So if you do come, Papua to Lukla, definitely do it.
And stay at their guest house. It's the Everest guest house in Bupsa, where we are right now.
Yeah, they're the loveliest family.
We might just have our first views of Lukla. It looks like a really big town, so might be it. It's easy to know now that we're getting closer to Lukla because you get helicopters just flying in and out because they have that runway over there. I even saw from a couple of days ago one of the propeller planes that Viv's gonna take on the way out. Hi Viv. How are you feeling about that?
I don't want to be on a plane, and I don't want to be on a Jeep.
You much rather hike.
Yes.
If you could have, you would have started in Digha.
Happily.
You can see a line of mules on the other side carrying all of the equipment. Probably this is where the Jeep road stops, and this is where the supplies start.
We had one final 500-meter ascent to Lukla, a steep and slippery path mainly used by porters and mules.
My God, we are now on the final big steps getting into the town. We are on the high street of Lukla.
I can't believe we're here.
Mate, 36 days later.
I mean, it was 3 days.
It was three hard days. It was 3 hard days. We're like, honestly, we're dragging ourselves into this like hotel right now.
Yeah. Dragging.
Get in Everest expedition. Let's go.
And just like that, it all began.